Now to create bill of material, we will open a drawing, standard drawing, and we can modify the drawing size from here. So let's change the size to A1, for example, and let's delete this border and title block, and we could make the drawing as a landscape. Now let's add the bill of material for this assembly. So let's open the annotation tab, and from parts list, let's select the assembly, the final assembly for the overall project. And from here, let's select parts only, not structure, and click OK. And now let's add this list. Now, as you can see, we have this list without the required information. Now let's edit this table to make it make sense. So from here, let's open the column choicer, and from this list, let's select status. So from here, select status and click add, and let's add the mass and the material. And if you would like to add any other information, you can add them. But right now, let's remove the description and the part number. So the column will include the item and the quantity, the status, the mass, and the material. Let's move the material to up. So from move up, so that's the arrangement of the table material before the mass. Now when you click OK, you will get this arrangement. Now let's edit the width of those tables. Let's make it 10 millimeters or 50. Let's make it 50. And for this column, let's change the width to let's 65, for example. And for that table, let's define it to be 40 millimeters. And for the mass, let's change the width of this one to be 20 millimeters. And let's make a small modification here from the column. Let's apply units formatting. So if you would like to remove the string value, which is a kilogram, from this table, let's make that value with period and remove the unit string. By that way, when you export this table to Excel, you can sum the cells by using the sum function in the Excel. And you can make the row values on the middle. So from here, let's click on apply. Now when we click apply, as you can see here, we have a new bill of material with the information that you need. So we can increase the width of this column a little bit, and the same for the material column. So let's come here and change the width. Let's make it 100, for example. And for this one, let's change the width to 55. Maybe we need to increase this one. Let's make it 120 and click on apply. Okay, now here from this bill of material, we need after modifying this, we need to collect the identical items. So if we have some items have the same status and the same material, the same weight, we can accumulate them in one row. So how we do that? We can do that. So from here, select any column, and from right click and select row merge setting. And from the merge setting, you will select merge similar components. Okay, and here you will select parts only, and from here select the status. So they should have you will find here three categories. You can select the first category to be the status. So if you have the same status, they will be collected in the same row, and the quantity will be accumulated. But if you have a different material, so they will be separate. How to make that? By making another factor, which is the material. So if the two parts have the same status but different material, so they will be separate. So if you don't select the material, so they will be accumulated. So you should select the material here, and they should have the same mass, because sometimes for example, if you have a base plate with holes and another base plate without any holes, they have the same description, length, width, and thickness, and they have the same material but different mass. They have a different weight. So in that case, you will need to add a third key, which is the mass. Now let's select OK. As you can see here, the bill of material decreased to be 36 items. Let's click cancel and check here, it's 106. But after making this merging, status, material, and mass, as you can see here, the total number become 36 items, but here the quantity will be accumulated. Don't worry about that. So now for the pipes. Here, as you can see, the for NPS here you have the lens. If you would like to separate the lens in a separate column, how to do that? So from here, let's come here, and from new property, let's add the length. Okay. And from here we have a lens. Let's move it up after the quantity and click OK. Now we have this lens, so let's modify this one. Let's make it let's say 30 millimeters, and that one, I don't know why it's changed, but let's modify it 55, and that one to be 30, and modify the column format to be like that. So now, as you can see here, we have the length of the pipes. So that pipe, the length here in a separate column. So you can, and the same for the hot rolled sections, the equal angle, the length is separate here. Now, by that way, you can make your nesting study for the pipes. For example, here we have 32 pipes with the length 603. So open the one-dimensional nesting calculator here and define the length, which is 603 millimeters, and the quantity is 32. Now you can define the stock length that you have in your workshop. If you have 6 meters length or 9 meters length pipe, you can define the length from here, and the cut gap by using a torch cut or any other tool. When you click on calculate, the one-dimensional nesting calculator will calculate the required number of pipes. You will need 2 pipes with a length 12 meters length, and the cutting will be with that arrangement, so you can export this Excel sheet. Okay, another one, let's try another one. Here we have equal angle L50 55 with a length 150 millimeters, so you can, let's reset that. So from here, let's clear all, and 150, we have 32 pieces. So here, as you can see, the remaining value is 7 meters, so you can decrease that value. You can get one beam with 6 meters length, and now you decrease the remaining value, and here the cutting dimension. Another one, let's try this one, which is 915. So let's reset that or clear all. So from here, 915 with 424, and let's try it with 6 meters. We need 4 beams, and let's try it with 12 meters, and from here we need 2 beams. So they are the same because we duplicate or twice the length. Okay, that's for the bill of material of the group. And for the nesting, let's make a nesting study to check the plates, what is the required number of plates. So from here, let's click again from overall, right click and select create nest, and you should have the nesting tool from Autodesk Inventor to make this study. As you can see here, we have different 4 thicknesses, 10 millimeters, the same material but 4 different thicknesses, 10 millimeters, 12 millimeters, 5 millimeters, and 6 millimeters. Say click yes. Okay, after finishing the flatting pattern for plates, let's open the process material and delete the first one. It's the default one, which is the generic material. And from here, that's the first ID, which is plate with 12 millimeters. So we can rename it with that name, copy, and rename this one to be like that. And between brackets, 12 millimeters. And for that one is 10 millimeters. So let's rename it. And that one is 5 millimeters. And for the last one, it's 6 millimeters. And one more thing you will need to do, which is define the available plate dimensions for each thickness. For example, here for the 12 millimeters, you can define the length and the width. And for the cutting spacing from here, the frame width, which is the gap between the first piece and the edge of the plate from each corner, and here the separation between each item inside the main plate. Now let's keep the values with 6 meters and 1.5 and click yes. And from here with create nesting, you can select the maximize length option. As you can see in this image, it's arranging the plates to keep the minimize length, and here the minimize the width, as you can see. And here for the last one, the two sides, let's select minimize length and click on OK. Okay, here we have the final listing. As you can see, for the plates with 12 millimeters, we will need 6 sheets. Okay, those sheets will include 8 items, and the nesting efficiency will be around 50%. And here's the plate arrangement, and you can export that to DXF. So go to the nesting tab. Let's minimize this, and here we have that nesting study. So you can select by clicking on shift, select the 5 sheets, and from here you can export them in DXF format, and from here you can select the location. For the second thickness, which is 10 millimeters, we will need 3 sheets, and those 3 sheets includes 110 pieces, and the nesting efficiency it's 63% around. Okay, and for the thickness 5 millimeters, we need around 1 meter point 5 times 1.1 meter, around 1.1 meter. Okay, and for the 6 millimeters, as you can see, here's the nesting and the nesting efficiency, so you can minimize this one. So from here we can come back to the last thickness and define the length to be 800 to be like that, and click on OK. And let's run this study again. So from here, let's start nesting to check it again. So as you can see, we modify the length of the plate and the nesting efficiency increased based on that. I hope this video I covered the question how you can prepare the overall bill of material for the project, and how you can merge the identical items, and how you can add the required tables, and how you can add the length of the hot roll sections, pipes, or rods on a separate column, and how you can make a nesting for the plates. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.